Greetings, I'm Greg McQuaid. Here are the top stories we're following for you today from the CBS 6 newsroom. Police in Chesterfield County are continuing to investigate a shooting on the campus of Virginia State University. It happened Thursday night about 9:30 near the on-campus basketball court. According to a university email, VSU police officers heard a gunshot and ran to the area where they found two victims. One was shot in the leg, the second had a cut to the head. We're told both have non-life-threatening injuries. The campus was locked down for several hours as a result. No information has been shared about a suspect or whether the victims are students. If you have information, you're asked to call police. Governor Youngkin has addressed the John Reed situation and Reed's decision to remain the Republican nominee for lieutenant governor. This comes after Youngkin had called Reed and asked him to end his campaign after sexually explicit photos that Reed says he has nothing to do with were leaked over social media.
This is John Reed's decision, and he is the Republican nominee for governor. And he has clearly made up his mind that he's going to stay in. I have said that I will support the nominees and their ticket, and at the end of the day, Republicans need to win.
Meanwhile, early voting for the primaries began Friday. The general election for lieutenant governor is November 4th. Hello, Julie Watkins.
And we're looking forward to a nice Saturday here. We're looking at temperatures to push into the mid to upper 80s. So it is going to be another warm and humid afternoon, but then a big cool down before we go into tomorrow. Looking at 60s for tonight. Winds still coming in out of the southwest. The gusty winds that we'll have today will at least diminish gradually on Sunday. And look at that big temperature difference. Only in the 70s for the daytime high to round out our weekend. And then we've got 60s as we are kicking it off early Monday morning. So a lot of weather to get through. We'll break it down here hour by hour. You'll notice that the clouds will stay at bay for the most part today. So we're looking at partly sunny skies until we head towards this evening. And then the rain's going to be entering the western zone. So west of I-95, better chance to see a shower as we head towards that sunset hour. Looking at a little bit of rain activity. Not so much in the way of thunderstorms, just a little bit. But then as we head towards that 9-10 o'clock hour, we'll begin to overspread eastern zones. So we'll be waking up with some wetter skies here heading into our Sunday. You'll notice a lot more green during the morning hours on Sunday. Then it becomes more scattered during the afternoon. So that's just translating into some thunderstorms here or there, taking us through at least about 5 o'clock. But you'll notice there'll actually be several dry periods on Sunday. So it's not a complete washout, but our weather pattern is rather unsettled, and this trend will continue into Monday as well. So we've got more scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be on and off through our Monday, but better improvements here going into Tuesday, Wednesday. 87 is going to be the high. And then again, those winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour. They'll continue out the southwest tonight with some of those rain and storms overnight and taking us into early tomorrow. But then temperatures are actually going to remain in the 70s for the duration here. We've got at least the next 7 days. Only one day is going to be a hot one, and then it's going to feel much more comfortable out there and less humid as well. Pollen's coming down somewhat, and looking at those overnight lows to also be a little bit cooler for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning.